Good evening, sir.
What's your name?
My name is Vijeta B Hosamani, sir.
Take your seat.
Thank you so much, sir.
So, Vijeta is a law graduate, I
Right,
find.
sir.
Is it not?
Yes, sir.
And law from Gujarat University.
Right, sir. Gujarat National University.
Okay. Was any special interest in any specific part of the law?
Sir, I enjoyed studying the law of crimes and constitutional law, sir.
You attended a 40th conference on criminology also.
Yes, sir.
Arranged by the Society of something.
Yes, sir. The International Society on Criminology.
Yes, yes.
Sir.
So, how was the proceedings there? Did you like it?
The conference per se, sir.
Yeah.
Right,
What
sir.
happened in the conference?
Yes, sir. So, as I was the student convener, I was a little busy in organizing the events per se, so I could not sit in on the presentations to a great extent, sir.
I mean, you didn't listen to it. It didn't go percolate to you.
No, sir. What I meant is that as I was organizing
I
and
understand.
traveling between
I mean,
groups, yes, sir.
managing things is different.
Yes, sir.
And getting benefit of criminology conference,
Yes, sir.
40th conference
Yes, sir.
occurring somewhere near you.
Yes, sir.
That is a great event.
Yes, sir.
And I am concerned because I have organized this conference for many years.
Yes, sir.
So, I thought if you had patiently sat there, you would have enjoyed it.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, there must have been some interesting topics there those days.
Sir, the theme of the conference this time was more about crime and development, and there were papers presented on victimology and the role of technology and cyber crimes and the interface between development and new crimes originating. So these were some of the papers that were also
Is there a
presented.
nexus between poverty and crime?
Yes, sir. One of the schools of criminology, there is a thought process that because of poverty, there are certain inequalities that a person faces, which in him gives rise to a sense of alienation from the other part of the society. And this enhances the level of marginalization he feels, and may be one of the reasons why they tend towards deviancy behavior, sir.
You see, another issue,
Yes,
the
sir.
state of Kerala occasionally fights with Government of India in Supreme Court. What is the enabling section? Why not the state of Kerala files a case against central government in its own high court? Trivandrum, come here, we will sort it out.
Right, sir.
They don't do it there.
Right, sir.
They come all the way to Delhi and file a case.
Right, sir.
What is that issue?
So it is because of Article 131, sir. The Supreme Court has the original jurisdiction to
Original
hear.
jurisdiction, what does it
Yes,
mean?
sir. So it means these kind of petitions can be filed in the Supreme Court only, and they are
Original
not from,
and exclusive jurisdiction.
yes, sir. They do not come as an appeal from high courts. The petitions have to be filed in the Supreme Court only, because in the case of Kerala and the centre, it's a matter of central state relations and a part of our federation.
Whether all the disputes between two states automatically go there, or few disputes are barred for going to the Supreme Court.
Sir, some kinds of disputes are barred from going to the Supreme
Which
Court.
one those?
So particularly Article 262, which talks about interstate water disputes, sir. So in these cases, there will be a tribunal constituted to hear these cases, and they cannot go to the
Anything
Supreme
else?
Court.
What is barred?
Sorry, sir. At the moment, I'm not able to recall.
Maybe water dispute.
Yes, sir.
Water dispute may be barred.
Yes, sir. That
Because
is the.
again, as you referred,
Yes, sir.
there may be some article in the Constitution of India
Yes,
which
sir.
says so.
Yes, sir. I believe the Article 262 is the one. Yes, sir.
It's a matter of detail.
Right, sir.
I am also not aware of
Right,
it.
sir.
Okay, so this is one area. Then second is that recently Government of India has come out with 3 new acts.
Yes, sir.
Or let me say new acts replacing the old acts.
Right, sir.
Do you find any justification in having new acts?
Sir, I find justification in having the new act, sir, because the legislations that we had were decades old, and there were several committees recommending overhaul in various sections, sir.
Oh.
And also,
This is a great statement. You said that there were several committees which had recommended overhaul.
yes, sir.
And the reason is that because they were decade olds. Is it so?
Sir,
Do you remember any such committee which said so?
so the Law Commission had recommended that about sedition, sir, particularly.
Oh, that's an individual section.
Right, sir.
Sedition, one section.
Yes, sir.
They say, and for that I think Supreme Court has also had given some view on that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, anything else?
So other than that, in the offences against women, recommendations were made that we have to make it more in sync with our current social setup. So making it gender neutral was one among several
Has
recommendations.
the new law made it gender neutral?
Sir, unfortunately, the new laws have not done that as of yet, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Vijeta,
Yes, sir.
I see that you secured 78.4% in your LLB exam.
Yes, sir.
You have won a number of prizes
Yes,
during
sir.
your law studies, such as you were the gold medalist in criminal law,
Yes, sir.
you were the winner of the first IJLMS judgment writing competition on constitutional law. Why have you not thought of pursuing a career in law?
Sir,
You could be a judge easily.
right, sir.
And if you decide to pursue your career only as a lawyer, still the sky is the limit.
Right, sir.
So what has held you back? You did your law studies in 2019. Almost 5 years have elapsed since then.
Right, sir.
Why? Why have you not been practicing?
Yes, sir. Sir, I had given quite a lot of thought to why I want to pursue the civil services rather than a career in law. The primary reason being, sir, during my various internships in litigation, I realized that a career in civil services offers more diversity and a wider ambit for me to be an agent of change in the society. And hence, sir, I chose to pursue the civil services. And I wanted to give my best to the civil services. As there's an age limit and a cap on the number of attempts, sir, I chose to give my all to the civil services preparation, and I chose not to practice, sir, as I always have that option after I exhaust my attempts if I do not succeed in the civil services exam.
Alright. I think that the legal career has its huge advantages. You can become a Fali Nariman, you can become a Nani Palkiwala.
Right, sir.
As a civil servant, you won't reach those heights. Anyway, your
Yes, sir.
choice. Now, do you follow important developments in Indian foreign policy?
Yes,
The
sir.
Prime Minister visited some countries last month. What can you tell me about his visit?
Right, sir. So the Prime Minister visited the UAE and Qatar last month, sir. In the UAE, the Prime Minister inaugurated the largest Hindu temple in UAE, and also Bharat Mart was inaugurated in UAE, sir. And also in the Prime Minister.
Some agreements were signed?
Yes, sir, but right now
You're
I'm
not
not able
able
to
to
recall
okay.
them, sir.
And how many times has the Prime Minister visited the UAE?
Sir, I believe it is 7 times, including the current one, sir.
And the UAE President also visited India in January. What did he come here for?
Sir, in January, I think during the Vibrant Gujarat Summit.
Yes, he was chief guest in the
Yes,
Vibrant
sir.
Gujarat. Now, why is UAE so important for India?
Sir, UAE is very important for India because of various reasons. The first one being that we have a major chunk of our diaspora in the UAE, sir. Along with that, we have ties with UAE for our trade relations also and energy requirements of India also, sir. These are the 2 things.
And why did you go to Qatar? What was the main purpose?
Sir, I believe the main purpose was to thank Qatar for the release of our ex-Navy officers who were acquitted from the death sentence that was imposed earlier, sir.
Let's turn to India's G20 presidency
Yes, sir.
last year.
Yes, sir.
What were the main gains for India from that presidency?
Right, sir. Sir, the main gains in my understanding, sir, is firstly it put India as an asserting its role as a global leader. We saw that under India's leadership, there was several Under India's leadership, we saw the inclusion of African Union in G20, which was a major outcome, sir. Secondly, over 5 times more policy outcome documents were released this time as compared to other G20 presidencies, sir. Other than this, the IMEC corridor was also inaugurated during the G20.
What is this IMEC corridor?
So, it is the India, Middle East, Europe economic corridor.
And what route will it follow from India to Europe? How will it reach Europe starting, any item, a container starting from India, how will it reach Europe?
So starting from the Mumbai port and traversing through the Red Sea, sir.
Are you sure? Where is the Red Sea?
Sir, I'm sorry, I'll have to brush up on this. I'm getting confused, sir. I'm sorry.
Talking of the Red Sea, what is Operation Prosperity Guardian?
Right, sir. Sir, in the Red Sea, we are witnessing that the Houthi rebels are targeting trade ships, carrying container goods of various countries. And in order to defend these ships, sir, the Operation Prosperity Guardian was started by several countries, including the US and the UK, to defend these ships from the Houthi rebel attacks, sir.
Has the Indian Navy also been taking part in Operation Prosperity Guardian?
So, while India has not joined this operation, but India is doing patrolling services and defending some of the ships.
Are you aware of something that India did yesterday in regard to these attacks on merchant ships?
Sir,
there was a very prominent news item.
Sir, I remember reading that India had rescued some ships, sir, but I'm a little vague on the details.
Now, my last question.
Yes, sir.
Last year, Prime Minister Modi went to attend the BRICS summit.
Yes, sir.
Where?
Sir, I'm sorry, I'm not...
In South Africa.
Yes, sir.
Now, what was the most important decision taken at that BRICS summit?
Sir, 6 new countries were included in the BRICS organization, sir. But, sorry, sir, I still have to read more.
Were 6 included or 6 were invited?
Sir, my understanding is that they were included, but I will read more on this, sir. Not sure,
thank
sir.
you.
Sorry, sir. Thank you, sir.
Ms. Vijeta.
Yes, sir.
I'll pose a hypothetical problem relating to law.
Yes, sir.
There is a provision which used to be called 13(1)(d) in the Prevention of Corruption Act, which was introduced during the UPA regime,
Right,
which
sir.
said that even if a public servant did not have any nexus or did not wrongfully gain, if a wrongful loss was caused to the government, then that person would be liable. So there were certain public servants who were found guilty in coal allotment.
Yes,
Coal allotment.
Okay, sir.
Okay? And afterwards, the present government repealed that provision. So when the provision was there, they had been convicted. Now that provision has been repealed. So if somebody commits that same alleged offence, he or she is not liable to be punished.
Yes, sir.
Now their matters are pending in appeal before the High Court, criminal appeal.
Yes, sir.
What do you think the High Court should do? Because an old section, under that they were held to be guilty. Other extraneous facts will also have to be gone into, that is, other relevant facts will have to be gone into. That's a separate matter. Strictly speaking, in terms of the law, what should happen?
Sir, I think that as they were convicted under the law which was operative at that time, hence the conviction should stand, sir.
even though it has been repealed subsequently, and now that the appeal is being disposed of, it is no longer an offence.
Yes, sir. I think that it should be, the conviction should be
Should stand?
stand. So my reasoning is that
Yes.
because if not, then any act which is an offence today and maybe decriminalized later on, a person can take up that excuse to allow himself to commit that crime in the hope that it may be decriminalized later on.
Isn't it stretching it a bit too far? Because people will first read the law and then commit a crime.
Sir, ignorance of law is no excuse. So
I
every
know,
person
but that is only by
right.
way of a defense.
Right, sir.
But being committing a crime, and it will encourage people to commit crimes at the present juncture in the hope that at some future point of time it will get repealed. That I think it is stretching it a bit too far.
Yes, sir. But
What does equity? Where does equity stand on this?
so if we talk of equity, then it would be unfair on the part to punish people for an offence that is no longer an offence. With the change in our public policy, it would not be right. However, as there is no retrospective ruling of repealing of this act, sir, so legally the conviction would stand. But sir, I realize that I need to research a little more on this.
Yeah, this is actually the coal scandal, in which though the Prime Minister signed of the time, he was not charge sheeted because the judge said so, that
Right,
he is not guilty, and the others, the CBI kept saying that there is no ground to pursue this matter and prosecute them. The CBI judge forced them to file a charge sheet
Right, sir.
and then convicted them.
Right, sir.
So anyway, so this is an issue. Tell me, the female literacy rate in Karnataka is lower than the national average.
Yes, sir.
Karnataka is considered to be a state where education facilities are available. So why is it so?
So some of the reasons of this can be, sir, one of the reasons can be that a large section of Karnataka women, there is still the system of Devadasi which is prevalent in Karnataka. And
What percentage of the population would be?
so it would not be a large chunk of the population.
How much? 2%, 1%, 0.5%, less?
Less than 1%, sir.
Then
Sir, I am not aware of specific reasons, sir, but I think the general reasons why female literacy rate is less would be applicable in Karnataka also, sir.
no, but compared to the all India average, it is lower.
Right, sir.
Okay. Second related issue is, there was this hijab controversy 2 years ago, perhaps.
Yes, sir.
Under the law, as it existed earlier, one could exercise the freedom of choice to wear any piece of apparel, provided it was not indecent. Do you
Yes,
think college should prevent, somebody, a woman wearing a hijab? Is it not an intrusion into her privacy when, there are other symbols of religion which are worn on the person of a person by people of other faith?
Sir, my understanding is that while this was mandated that they should not wear hijab in order to ensure that there is uniformity among all students within the classroom, and also that there is no segregation and the rules applicable on the basis of religion. However, sir, I also feel that this would be intrusion into the privacy of the person and their freedom to profess their faith. While it is held that wearing hijab is not an essential religious practice, sir. However, I feel that it should not be mandated, or a middle way can be found
is an essential religious practice only that needs to be derived from the Quran, or it could also be customary?
So it could also be customary, sir, in my understanding.
Then does it change the situation? You know, in France, wearing a hijab it has been banned.
Yes, sir.
Do you think it is a fair decision on the part of the government?
Sir, secularism in France and India are different, sir. So,
How?
so in India, the concept of secularism is equal respect for all religions, whereas in France it is no religion per se. And the negative concept of secularism in France makes it legally permissible to impose a ban on hijab, sir.
Can a person, you know, wear a crucifix in the form of a chain in France and go to school, a boy or a girl?
Sir, while I'm not aware of the fact, but I think it should not be if hijab is also banned.
All right. One last question.
Right, sir.
In Karnataka, there has been a lot of tumult over this issue of illegal mining. A lot of big names, you know, which have become big after indulging in illicit mining. Now, there is a complete ban on certain mining activities. Do you think the court has, overreached its jurisdiction? For instance, iron ore. That it should have, directed the state government or the enforcement authorities to exercise greater vigilance, this, that, and the other, rather than banning it completely. What is your view? This, relates to the Bellary
Yes, sir.
mining activities.
Yes, sir. Sir, I believe that a case can be made out for judicial outreach in completely banning mining in certain activities, sir. A more balanced approach can be ensuring stricter compliance and the regulation and tackling the politico-bureaucratic nexus in the area, sir, rather than complete banning.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Ms. Vijeta,
Yes, sir.
I'm giving you a situation.
Yes, sir.
You have to imagine yourself as a SP of a district,
Yes, sir.
say in Karnataka.
Yes, sir.
And you get a information that rioting is taking place. There are people who are torching buses, shops, and
Yes, sir.
killing people and all that
Yes, sir.
is going on. So what steps would you like to take? What do you take?
Sir, as rioting is going on and people are performing violent acts, firstly I would declare it an unlawful assembly if more than 5 people have assembled. Secondly, sir, I would announce that the mob assembled or the unlawful assembly be dispersed with, and that they are committing an offence by participating in it. Further, I would also issue warnings that in case the mob is not dispersed with, then they could be punished or action can be taken against them. However, if the situation is getting violent, then some strict actions can be taken to disperse the mob, sir.
What kind of action?
Sir, if the warnings do not work, then probably resort to tear gas can be taken up if the mob is violent and it is leading to vandalism, sir.
And if that doesn't work?
Sir, while I'm not sure on what would be the next step, sir, I think a graded mechanism to ensure that the next step could be lathi charging to ensure that if they are committing some offences, heinous offences, so perhaps to stop that it could be resorted.
If that doesn't work?
Sir, I'm not sure, sir, but simultaneously along with that there has to be I should make an effort to constitute a peace committees or try to indulge community leaders to ensure that the mob demands. Yes.
Okay. We will move to some bigger issue.
Yes, sir.
Internal security challenges of India.
Sir, internal security challenges in India are in varied forms. While we have left-wing extremism continues to be still a prominent challenge, even though the number of incidents are reducing and the red corridor is also decreasing, sir. Along with that, the cases of insurgency are also increasing.
Where?
We are, sir, in the northeast, sir, and also we are seeing Khalistani movements recently in Punjab also. It is also coming up as an issue, sir. Along with that, we are...
Where is the Punjab Khalistani movement? How do you say like that? Maybe in Canada, not in Punjab.
Sorry, sir. I think that I need to study more, but I was under this impression, sir. I'll read up on Khalistani issue.
Is there any leader in Punjab who is propagating Khalistan?
No, sir. In Canada, Pannoon had raised a slogan yesterday also about Khalistan. But
Pannoon is in USA.
Sir, death threats were made to our official in the Canada, sir, I believe. But I will brush up on this, sir. I'm sorry.
Who was that person who was killed in Canada?
Sir,
And allegation was that Indians have killed, Indian government has got him killed.
sir, it was with regard to the
Niger.
death of Niger. Yes, sir.
So what is your opinion about it? What happened there?
Sir,
Prime Minister criticized that India government had done it. Was there any proof of that?
Sir, from my understanding, there is no concrete proof of that, and those were mere allegations, sir.
And okay. So internal security challenge you have covered, or anything you want to say?
Sir, cross-border movement of drugs is still an issue. Along with that, money laundering continues to be a big challenge in India, sir. Other than that, we are also seeing increase in cyber security threats and attack on important institutes.
In money laundering, this act, I think the accused has to prove, the burden of proof is on the accused, not on the prosecutor. Am I right?
Sir, I am sorry.
You are not aware of it.
No, sir.
Because people are not getting bail for 1 year, 2 years, they are just rotting in jails.
Yes, sir. While in the normal criminal law, bail is the norm, but in special legislations like these, bail applications they have to pass a prima facie case made out by the accused.
So money laundering has been made even crime worse than murder.
Yes, sir. The trial itself becomes a punishment in these kind of cases, sir. The accused is not released on bail, sir. Sorry.
Chief Election Commissioner and Election Commissioner Act 2023 has been passed by the Parliament recently.
Yes, sir.
Who are the members of the selection committee?
So the members of the selection committee as per the Act are the Prime Minister, a Cabinet Minister and the Leader of the Opposition, sir.
In your opinion, whether this arrangement is a fair arrangement, considering that a free and fair election is required, which is essential for democracy?
Sir, I believe that this would give an upper hand to the ruling government of the day with regard to who ensures the custodian or who has to ensure free and fair elections. So it mars on the independence of the election commissioners, sir.
Okay. You have a hobby of watching movies.
Yes, sir.
Some particular type of movies.
Yes, sir.
Trump. You are moving on Trump against
adversity, sir.
adversity.
Right, sir.
Which movie you have, and what did you get in that movie?
Yes, sir. So from this genre, one of the movies that I like the most is The Pursuit of Happiness. In this movie, sir.
Which movie?
The Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, that is the name of the movie.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's a 2006 movie, sir. It's based on the life of Chris Gardner, who faces several adversities in his life in the form of becoming a homeless person. He's suffering. And also in his personal life, he's suffering from challenges whereby his wife leaves him and he has a young child to look after. Along with that, sir, he has this dream for himself that he wants to become a stockbroker. While he's not educated highly, sir, he has the faith in himself that he can compete and win an internship to become a stockbroker. So eventually he does that even alongside his personal problems, sir. So this is one of the
come out to be winner.
Yes, sir.
But in most of the movies, particularly Bollywood, we see that hero is always facing adversity and ultimately he wins.
Sir, that is the case in many movies, sir. Especially in Bollywood movies, there is more dramatization of certain events, and there is a hero figure which is portrayed to appeal to the masses. While it has value that it gives hope to people that they also want to inculcate some values, sir, I feel that more realistic depiction is needed, sir.
Out of 3 hours, 2 hours 55 minutes, hero is beaten by the villain. And only last 5 minutes, hero beats villain.
Yes, sir.
What about this caring for animals, community animals? What are community animals?
Sir, community animals, as also defined in the Animal Birth Control Rules of 2023, sir, are animals which are born in a place, but in a society, but do not have any particular owner, but they'll reside in that area. These can be called as community animals.
Which animals you are caring?
So primarily cats, sir, community cats and dogs.
Okay, but the dogs are creating a lot of menace by biting people and children they are eating.
Sir, this highlights the important issue of the problem in our interaction with stray dogs, and disturbing news like this makes us want to take strict action and ensure that this doesn't happen.
So
Sir.
tell me whether these cats and dogs, community animals, they play an ecological role?
Yes, sir.
What is the role they play?
Sir, cats especially play a role of being a predator in their food chain, and they ensure that rodents numbers population is under control, and even several insects population is under control, sir.
And dogs?
Sir, as far as dogs are concerned, I am not aware of their...
Or they control the number of cats?
they do that, sir. But I believe, sir, in London there was a time when they thought of removing all the stray cats from the area, and it led to increase in the number of plague incidents, sir. So they have a very good role not just for ecology but also human population, sir.
Okay, last question is about give me some example of international environmental law.
Yes, sir. So international environmental law is taken, sir, it's promulgated through various conventions. Yes, sir. The UN Framework Convention on Climate Change is one of them, sir. The Convention on Biological Diversity is another, sir. And various protocols under these, like the Kyoto Protocol, sir. And also, so the Montreal Protocol and the Vienna Convention for ozone depleting substances is another one, sir.
People say that ozone gives freshness to the what freshness we get in the air. We say fresh air in the morning, and then it is because of some ozone present in the air. And if ozone is not present, it becomes a stale air.
Sir,
but you are trying to control the ozone layer.
Sir, ozone in our atmosphere is seen as a pollutant. However, in the stratosphere, sir, because of ozone, the UV rays which are harmful to us are shielded. We are shielded from the UV rays, sir. So by depleting of the ozone layer, it may lead to increasing incidents like skin cancer, sir.
But is it a fact that in our atmosphere, the ozone adds freshness?
I am not aware of this, sir. Sorry, I will read up on that, sir.
So, whether international environmental law is a law in true sense or not?
Sir, I believe it is a law in true sense, because there is compliance to international environmental law by various countries, sir. We can see that in nationally determined contributions that are declared by various countries.
They are voluntary.
Yes, sir. They are voluntary, but the fact that we are abiding by the principles enshrined in them, and also several countries have ratified the conventions and brought in national legislations which are binding, like the Environmental
National
Protection
legislation
Act.
is binding. That is, it becomes a,
Right, sir.
what do we call it? Municipal law?
Yes, sir. Municipal law. But-
Okay, thank you.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, Vijeta,
Yes, sir.
is there any area, say of law,
Yes,
which
sir.
you prepared and we have not asked questions on that? And you would like us to ask question?
Sir, nothing else I
Nothing
believe, sir.
special.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Then our conversation ends here.
Right, sir.
You can wait outside. I will call
Okay,
you
sir.
later on.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
After 2-3 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Carry on.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.